Hello my Scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for Confessions of a Paper Addict design team layout. Now for this layout I used the cut file called Build a Salon and I actually used the, I think I'm going to say Simple Stories maybe Echo Park, oh no I can't remember, but it's specifically a quarantine lockdown collection. But I did not use it in that way at all. But I brought the collection for those types of photos and then realised I've got so much of this left. I need to sort of mix it in with general everyday life. So that's what I have done. So I've got these 4 photos of my nephew getting a haircut. And he's not thrilled. I'm not gonna lie. He's not thrilled about this haircut. They're doing it at home. They're using the clippers and it's just everything about it. He doesn't like the sound. He doesn't like the feel. He doesn't like the thought of having his hair cut. It's just all he doesn't want. But he's so adorable because as soon as he's done it, he'll look in the mirror and be like, oh, I look pretty, mummy. I look so pretty. So it's just the process of while it is happening. So I've got these 4 photos that I'm putting next to the barber chair. And oh, look at his little unhappy face. Disaster. I have stuck these 2 together. So one of them would definitely need to be reprinted. For the purpose of this layout right now, I'm just going to keep continuing with the photo, even though I have completely ruined it by sticking the ATG on it. We're just going to have to reprint it later and mount it back on top. It's just the huge pile of hair that they trimmed off, but even still, don't you hate it when that happens? But because it's not my own photos, I can't actually print them out now, so I'm just going to keep rolling with it. So I've got my title, Haircuts Are Always a Bad Idea, or something like that it says. Haircuts are a bad idea. And then I'm using more of that cut file. So I've got the really large barber chair, but then I've also got the scissors and I've also got the clippers that I'm using more like pieces of ephemera. That's what's so awesome about these builder cut files. They're kind of like having inbuilt pieces of ephemera. And it's just such an awesome way to layer those in with some of the other bits and pieces that came with this collection and just use the sections of the collection that work for me. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going with the bad day type feel on this layout. And I think it works really well. I adore the yellow. That's a page from the collection. I think that works so awesomely with the black. And especially because he is wearing a sort of yellow mustard coloured t-shirt in the photos. I think it's perfect. I will take this moment to remind you of my description box down below. I have got a link directly to this particular cut file, which is the Builder cut file, Builder Salon cut file. There are more pieces to this cut file that I didn't use, like a hairdryer and stuff like that. Yeah, so there is more to it than this, but I'm just using these 3 pieces. I will also link you directly to Virginia's Etsy shop, the COAPA Cutfiles Etsy shop, where there is a stack of cut files for you to use, like 1,000. Basically a cut file for everything you could possibly need. And I will also pop a link to the Facebook group as well, which is a really awesome group, and I highly recommend you joining into that Facebook group and just hanging out there, getting there's a free cut file every month, there's a challenge every month, and just getting to interact with the other people that are part of the group. It's really, really fun. I'm a bit annoyed with my title. It's not quite sitting right. I really wanted to use black, but I completely have no black thickers left, so I had to use a lot of doctoring to get this layout title to work. And then I'm grumpy at this photo, so I'm moving on. I have pulled some enamel dots out of my stash in just the right colors to add into here. I think they're Simple Stories enamel dots. No, I think they are Pink Fresh enamel dots. Pink Fresh enamel dots. I'm so sorry. I should be better with knowing all my different collections. But yes, Pink Fresh enamel dots. And I am just adding those randomly around my page in sort of complementary colors to what else is going on with the layout. And then, of course, I will add a few splatters and we will be done. I love the way that the black border on this really just sort of ties everything together and just pops that yellow off the page. So some gold and some black as well. And then we will stick around for the close-up photos. I hope you saw my earlier layouts for COAPA Cutfiles this month. I was using two cut files from the new releases this month to make some wedding album layouts. And then this one is an oldie but a goodie from the store. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed following along and just seeing how you can use a sort of themed collection to create a layout that's completely nothing to do with the theme. I think that's really cool, and I think we need to do that a little bit more because we all have those collections hanging out in our stash. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you all again next month. Bye everyone.